Good evening, everyone. This is Rooftop Sports, and here I am for some Mariners baseball. I am back once again of the second game of this three-game series as the Mariners are coming off of an inspiring victory led by Cole Young and Brian Wu. Brian Wu with an amazing pitching performance, and Cole Young with his amazing clutch hit, his clutch RBI triple to put the Mariners over the Angels. And now, as of now, this is my 8th Mariners game, and the magic number is 92 to get to the goal of 100. As the Mariners are sporting at 4-4, while the Angels are at 3-5 in Angel Stadium here in Anaheim. They really should be called the Anaheim Angels. Let's not kid around. But before we get to the start of this game, there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is Brendan Donovan, he is considered day-to-day, so it looks like putting him in the IL will not be necessary. But the bad news is Colt Emerson, the Mariners' top prospect that the Mariners just gave a huge extension to, fouled off of his foot in the game with the Tacoma Rainiers on a doubleheader. So unfortunately, remains to be seen on whether he is going to be okay. There hasn't been really. Oh, and it gets better. Lazaro Montez just ran into the wall and is down on the field. Lazaro looks up and looks to be okay. Trainer came out. He will stay in the game. So, whew, as if the Mariners have a lot of problems today with minor league health, I guess. But still trying to see how Colt Emerson is doing, and haven't really gotten any much updates. So we'll have to wait for an update until then. But yeah, now we're going over the starters. The starter today is going to be Emerson Hancock. Starters can be better. Like Logan Gilbert's not off to a good start. George Kirby is meh. Brian Wu has been fantastic. Emerson Hancock was off. He did well against the Guardians, and then Castillo had a good start. And now Emerson, he is the number 2 starter or the number 4 starter on this team. And also, while I'm going at it, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and notification. And also donate to the channel for the support. Join my Patreon membership for just $5 a month. And let me give you the video.
Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this.
Let's keep this going. Emerson Hancock at 22 games. He was 4-5 last season with a 4.90 ERA, but he did progress through the season. Jack Konhanowitz, not exactly as good. In his 3 career starts versus the Mariners, he has given up quite a bit. 12 runs. Made his major league debut against Seattle on July 11th, 2024. I believe the Mariners lost that game. Let me find out. Mariners versus Angels, July 11, 2024. Mariners actually won 11-0 with Cal Raleigh homering on both sides of the plate. We've still got 4 minutes to go until the game begins. There are a lot of Mariner fans in Anaheim. They love to travel. First pitch is coming up in moments. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
And commercial break is still going on. Now let's go over the lineups for the Seattle Mariners. Forgot to do that. Leading off will be Luke Raley. Then it's going to be Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Dom Canzone, J.P. Crawford, Cole Young, and Leo Rivas. Possibly one of the more stronger lineups for the Mariners. But you notice that Brandon Donovan is not going to be playing, so you're going to have some Leo Rivas playing third base. And Mariners players have feasted on this guy, but this was on his major league debut, so not really a fair sample size. Now for the Angels, it's going to be Zach Neto, Mike Trout, Nolan Schanuel, Jorge Soler, Moncada, Joe Adell, Josh Lowe, Logan Ohape, and Peraza. So I still expect this to be a challenge either way. Luke Raley has been one of the best hitters. That is correct. Other than Dom Canzone, who's been batting .333, but his only home run game came from the opening day, so he's got to hit some more as time goes on. Gonna miss Rick Bridge. I predict a quick start to the offense. Yep, that's why I think I'll have a big opportunity next season to make a name for myself on my voice. So hopefully we will see about how this YouTube channel will go. I already went over the starting lineups. They're showing it right now. So we should be getting ready in just a few moments. I'll be here for this game, and I'll be here for tomorrow. Unfortunately, I will not be there for the Texas Rangers series, unfortunately, due to hashtag don't quit your day job. Jack Kohanowitz is the pitcher. He hasn't been good against the Mariners. Why are they showing Astro Stadium? Yep, this is an error right there. And now we're ready for the first pitch, and it's going to be brought to you by SeatGeek. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike, and we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. Mariners TV somehow put in the Astros Stadium for an Angels game. And now we're at 0-1, and a swing and a miss, strike two. Not a good at-bat for Luke Raley so far, as now he's at 0-2. Cal Raleigh is on deck. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss and hits the dirt. Throws to first, and that is going to be out on 3 straight pitches. Not a good not a good at-bat for Luke Raley. And next is going to be Cal Raleigh up to the plate, who has also massively struggled. Cal Raleigh's batting 138. Not a good start. He's got to pick it up. Hopefully he does. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It was a nice smooth swing, but he just happens to foul it. We're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball belted to deep right field. Is this enough? Oh, he makes the catch. Joe Adell makes the catch. He caught the ball, and that's going to be 2 outs. It was a nice hit by Cal Raleigh, but it just happens to land in the glove of Joe Adell as he made the leaping catch, taking an extra base hit away from Cal Raleigh. I think that could have been a home run too, maybe. So basically, Joe Adell robbed a home run. Now here is Julio Rodriguez to the plate. The pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, and that is 1-1. It actually could have been a home run, the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. And by the way, Julio is 5 for 7 against Conowitz. So let's hope he does take advantage. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball off the foot of Julio. Someone says, I'll read it in the commercial break. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Julio hits very well in Angel Stadium. He has a 1.147 OPS. Second highest of all time. Minimum 100 plate appearances. Now the 2-2. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And Julio continues to dominate Conowitz, and that's going to be man on first, and Julio, just stop. No flashiness. You just got a single. Julio. Julio, you poser. Oh, Julio, you poser. Such a poser. Now here's Josh Naylor up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that is going to be a base hit. More like a bloop single. And now we got Julio to third base, and now the throw to second. And Josh Naylor, he has gotten runners at first and third with 2 outs, but it's going to be Randy Arozarena up to the plate, and you don't know which one you're going to get. Now here's Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be way inside for a ball. That's going to be ball 1. Kohanowitz is the guy's name. So Randy can make some damage happen because they really desperately need it. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And he takes it for a strike. That's going to be 1-1. Would hate to see this good inning wasted. Would really hate that. Randy Arozarena's off to a good start, batting .286. He's been more patient at the plate as we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And he fouled it, and really not a good plate approach for Randy Arozarena. And that's going to be 1-2. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now at 1-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. We're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Strike 3 called, and I knew it, but I don't know if he did. And that's going to be out number 3. Mariners leave 2 runners on base, and that's just really embarrassing. Randy Arozarena, you continue to frustrate me. Randy Arozarena, you really are useless. Not only did you stir up drama in the World Baseball Classic, now you can't even drive in runs.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
No, those goes indefinitely. I gotta change that video. I'm just lazy, that's all. I'm willing to openly admit that. As we are back from the break, it's gonna be Zach Neto, Mike Trout, and Nolan Shanuel. Now we got Emerson Hancock up to the plate. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1 as we get started. As we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be ball 1. As now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. Now at 2-1. Now it's going to be a fly ball drilled to left field. Forget about that one. A leadoff home run by Zach Neto. And the Angels have now just taken a 1-0 lead. And that is the 3rd home run for Zach Neto. And not a good way to start this game. Not only do we see Joe Adell robbing home runs, but the Angels get a home run themselves. And Mike Trout hasn't even gotten up to the plate yet. Looks like this is going to be a really long game. I like your optimism, FSG. I really do. Now the pitch. And that's going to be right in the middle for a strike. And that's the first earned run given up by Emerson Hancock. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a foul ball. Now the 0-2. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Rivas. Nice play. Throw to first. That's going to be in time. Mike Trout, I don't want to go fishing today, huh? And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a blooper, and that is going to be... No, that's going to get right through Julio Rodriguez. He tried to make the diving stop. It was poorly timed. And now Shawnuel is now at second base with a double. And now Julio Rodriguez was slow to get up. And I wonder if he's okay. Mariners cannot afford any more injuries. It's almost like he... First, it wasn't even that great of an effort of a dive. It's almost like he was just better off just letting it bounce. But Julio's still playing. Now here's going to be a foul ball by Soler. It has been hard contact by all hitters so far. And now the pitch. Now there's going to be a... No, that's going to be a ground ball base hit. And they're going to stop Shawnuel at third base. And now this gets very dangerous. Now we have runners on first and third with only one out. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike three. Now we got Joe Adell up to the plate. We all hate this, don't we? Now here's the pitch. It's going to be way outside, and that gets away, and he's going to come home. Now the throw of the plate. And Shawnuel is thrown out. Nice play by Cal Raleigh. Get it to Emerson Hancock just in time, and that is going to retire the side. Yep, that was a nice play. It did get away. And no challenge by the Angels, and it did get away, but Cal Raleigh was able to get on top of it real quickly. Yep, and nice throw by Cal Raleigh on that one. Doing all these mascot races, wow. Okay, I'm cheering for the A's on that one. Commercial break is ongoing. And we are back from the break. For some reason, my commercial thing wasn't working. Now here's Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now the pitch. It's going to be way up high for a ball. As now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be right in the middle for a strike. As we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. As we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. As we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and he's going to challenge it. Dom Canzone can feel it. Let's see if they are correct. If he is correct. And that gets in there. That's strike 3. And that's one wasted challenge right there. That's one lost challenge. Now the Mariners are down to just one challenge, and it's only the top of the 2nd inning. Well, good thing I added Coach Honowitz for my fantasy baseball team. That's going to help me a lot. Now here's J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1, the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2 for JP. It's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. And strike 3 called. Another strikeout. And that is going to be 2 outs already. And Kochanowicz, he has now 3 strikeouts. I think that should be 4 strikeouts. He has now 3 strikeouts. It's really helped my fantasy team, I can tell you that. Now here's Cole Young up to the plate, the hero from yesterday. Gonna need him to do it again, the pitch. And that's gonna be a strike. Now we're at 0-1 for Cole Young. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. As we are now at... Cole Young is batting .310 with a home run and 5 RBI. So he is off to a good start. Hopefully he can maintain it. Now we're at 0-2 and a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to retire the side. Just an absolutely embarrassing inning for the Mariners. And now we'll go into the next inning while they're still down 1-0. Absolutely embarrassing. 3 strikeouts against a guy that's not even supposed to be that good. By the way, I added him on my fantasy baseball team, so that helps. Here is the best fantasy baseball strategy. Strategy in April. Add any starter pitching against the Mariners.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
Yeah, I know, Nicholas Baker. I know. We playing the Yankees twice in a row. Who is this team? Rhetorical question. Who are we right now? I know, right? As we are back from the break. This is not the momentum that you want going into the the Texas Rangers series and the Astros series. Mariners are going to have long baseball ahead of them if they don't step up in this game. And now we got Joe Adell up to the plate now that we're back from the break. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to right field, but Rallies should be there. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 away. So Donovan left the game. He has a sports hernia or whatever it is. Hoping that it's just a one-day thing, more like this was just more of a precaution for today to keep him healthy. And now the 1-0. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Now there's going to be a ground ball right to Josh Naylor. He has it, and that's going to be 2 outs. Easy play at first base. From sloppy defense, errors, scary fly balls, bad throws, and our slow offense. Yep. And you know what's the best fantasy baseball strategy? Just start any starter against the Mariners. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0, the pitch. And that gets away. That's going to be 2-0. As we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike one. As we're at 2-1. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2. And up and in, did he go? He did not. And that's going to be a full count 3-2 as we're at 2 outs. Ohape is working on a 3-2. Typical Terran, how's it going? I know, the Twitch. But it's hard to notice that there are any of you, even though, and there's only one of you, the 3-2. And strike 3 called, and that is going to retire the side. Talk about a 1-2-3 inning. And now the Mariners are going to have Leo Rivas, Luke Raley, and Cal Raleigh. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Emerson Hancock. Yeah, you searched Rooftop Sports, and then what? What'd you get? Did you search it on Google? There's not even an AI thing for me yet. Images haven't really generated for myself yet. But for the videos, yeah, I'm up there all right. Oh, you've got nothing on Twitch. I gotta fix my Twitch eventually. Wonder what my channel handle is. It's Rooftop Joe 92. I really gotta fix that. I just never got to it. That's the problem. Trying to change it to Rooftop Sports. Okay. You may not change the display, only the capitalization of it. Oh, man, I have to completely overhaul this. All right, I got a couple of the Twitches in there. Yeah, I am streaming there right now. It's true. But, yeah. As we are back from the break, I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, and Kicks. Now here is Leo Rivas up to the plate. Hasn't really done much this season, though. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. As we're at 1-0 for Leo Rivas. Now the pitch. And here's a liner, and that's foul. That was a nice hit, but just wasn't fair. I know, I need to fix my how to change username on Twitch. As we are at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be 2-1. And now the pitch. swing and a miss, and that's going to be 2-2. All right, I got to fix this. So I got to go to settings, profile settings, click on the pencil icon, which it won't let me, by the way. That's a problem. As now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch, way up high. That's going to be 3-2. I may have to delete it and just make a new one. The pitch. And ball 4, take your base. I mean, how many subscribers do I even have on here? I have 1 follower. That's it. That's all I got. Now we're on the next pitch, and that's going to be low. I actually have 39 followers. Shutting it down and just make a new one, as we're at 1-0. Now it's the throwback to first. It's going to be not in time. Now we got 1-0, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be 1-2. Says username changes will not be allowed during an active broadcast. Looks like I have to do it at the end of the show, so I'll give that a shot. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that's not going to do anything. And Trout makes the catch. He's actually playing center field. That is out number 1. Now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Can he make a difference? Can he redeem himself? Is it only a matter of time he hits a home run after he got robbed for a home run? Now here's the big dumper up to the plate. And now on the throwback to first, it's going to be not in time. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to right field, and Joe Adele catches it. Cal Raleigh's been making good hits. Now we got Julio Rodriguez, and what damage can he do? That's what I want to know. And now the pitch. And now it's going to be a ground ball. And that's going to go through for a base hit. And that should be Leo Rivas going to third base. It was a really bad angle. What kind of a camera angle was that? It threw me off. And now we've got runners first and third once again. But this time we have Josh Naylor. At least it's not Randy Arozarena, because Randy Arozarena is useless. He is 7 for 9 against Kohanowitz. RBI opportunity for the Josh Naylor. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. As that is going to be a 1-0 count on Josh Naylor. Now we're at 1-0 the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. Naylor is at 2-0 right now. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That nearly got away. And Naylor, I wonder if he was thinking if he got hit. But it did bounce off the ground, so I have my doubts. Naylor's got to make some magic happen. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. Ohape is now challenging for the call. See if that makes the difference. And that's a strike. Now it's going to be 3-1 for Josh Naylor. Honestly, I would have said the green light anyway because I can't trust Randy Arozarena. As now we're at 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Julio was stealing. As now we're at 3-2. Naylor has only seen one changeup from Kohanowitz. I'm going to try to remember his name better. As now we're at 3-2. As we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And that gets jammed up, popped up, but fouled. We're at 3-2. The pitch. Low for ball 4. Now it's going to be up to Randy Arozarena to do something. Now, I'm saying it. Randy Arozarena, you don't have to hit a home run. Don't try to hit home runs. Just try to poke it anywhere good. We don't need a big-time hero. We just need you to play smart. And don't be a dummy. That's all we're asking. Randy thinks he needs a sac fly. That's so funny, bad man. That is funny. He thinks he needs a sac fly. That sounds about right. He just needs a decent single. That's all he needs, and that will get 2 runs in. Or just walk. Just please walk. Bases loaded. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So I don't know if the walk is going to happen. Just needs any kind of a legitimate single. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And fouls it off of himself. And that's going to be 0-2. I'm pretty much predicting that Randy Arozarena is going to strike out. I'm predicting a strikeout right on this next pitch. It's going to happen, unfortunately. I just don't feel it. As now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball, but nothing happening. And that's going to be thrown out at second. And Randy Arozarena, he has left 5 runners on base. That's just absolutely brutal. Randy Arozarena is a choke artist. He had 2 runners on base, and then he had 3 runners on base. He has left a total of 5 runners on base. Randy Arozarena is a complete liability. It's just not good. It was bases loaded and nothing to show for.
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
Talking about Kate Anderson, who had a pretty good start. And we are back from the break. And that's going to be a strike. It's going to be Peraza up to the plate, batting .292 this season. Now the 0-1. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And I think I would challenge that one, Cal, but I guess you just don't want to burn a challenge. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball, and that's to Rivas. He's been busy to throw to first in time. A nice play by Rivas, and that's going to be one away. Zach Neto's now up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Zach Neto hit the solo home run to lead it off. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner caught by Rivas, and that is going to be 2 outs already. Suchi Gupta, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification. You know what to do the rest. As now here's Mike Trout. Now the pitch. And he takes it for a strike. As now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Bye. Have a good day. Okay. Weird. Now we're at 0-2. And that's going to be popped up, and that should be playable. Josh Naylor is there. And he makes the catch, and that is going to retire the side. Nice inning. Another 1-2-3 inning by Emerson Hancock. Now the offense, you got to step it up. As the offense is like 2024 painful. I know, they have to step it up. And we are back from the break. Dom Canzone's now up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball. And that is caught. Mariners are getting out by style. It's all these diving stops, all these acrobatics. I don't know. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball by J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford's not off to a good start. He is still hitless. Now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that is going to be a base hit, and that's going to be a ground rule double for J.P. Crawford. Finally gets the hit that we were looking for. Why does he do that poser thing? JP, stop being a poser. It was a nice hit. Now move on. Focus on scoring. Yeah, that's what I see. Now the pitch is going to be up high for a ball. It's for Cole Young. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Cole Young has a 7-game hitting streak. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And he gets jammed up, and that's going to be popped up, and that's going to be, thankfully, well out of play. Kohanowitz there saying that his fastball seems to be coming down a little bit. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Down goes Cole Young. And now we've got 2 outs. I mean, that's why JP stopped being a poser. Are you even a Mariners fan? All you do is speak negatively on them. Oh, clutchy clutch. It's called tough love. If I wasn't a fan of this team, I wouldn't be covering it. I wouldn't have all this Mariners gear all over me. I mean, look at that. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 1. I'm like, come on! Like, I go to a freaking Everett Aqua Sox game, their minor league team. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Oh, bunt, and that almost hit Leo Rivas. And that was a 97. There's no way that you're going to... There's no way that you're going to take that hit. That one's brutal. That would have hurt really badly if that hit him. So I totally understand why you just cannot get hit like that. You just can't. We're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Challenge. That's a challenge, man. Can you delete off your Twitch? They're being spammers. Wait, who? I don't think I even see it. Level Cranberry. Oh, let me see this. Huh. I don't see level Cranberry in it. Oh. Worry about it. One-time thing. I don't really care. Now we're at 1-2. The pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be out. Okay, let's go back to this guy. Clutchy clutch. You want to know how much of a Mariners fan I am? Okay, here's how much of a Mariners fan I am. I got this vintage 1997. I'm not going to click on the link anyway. Here's a vintage 1997 magazine, completely sealed, practically never been opened. Okay, there's that. Let's see. Oh, how about a Mariners lunchbox from 2002? I actually used to bring it to school all the time when I was a kid. Let's see. Let's see what kind of tickets I have. Oh, how about this 2005 Mariners ticket? I went to a Mariners game when they're stinky. What else do I got? Went to a game in 2011 at the end of the season. That was fun. All right. I have a spring training ticket. Some random 2006 game. I'm trying to look for anything else. Oh, how about this? A cassette tape. Oh, no. Don't bring that up on me. Don't bring it up. No. That helmet was from 2001, and the next helmet I buy is going to be more expensive and less quality. Oh, I broke the helmet during the ALCS. Thank you for the reminder, Rachel. I know you were there. Oh, oh. Full regrets. And we're back from the break, and that's going to be a strike by Emerson Hancock. Now the pitch is going to be low for a ball. Now we got Nolan Shonowell up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And Arozarena makes the catch. That's going to be one away. Jorge Soler is now up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And that's going to be low for a ball. Dutchy Clutch, I want to make sure that you remember the enjoy team. It makes it hard, man. It really does. I try. I really do. I love them, but I'm very critical. It's just the way it is. I can't stop myself. Being positive is hard. It really is, especially when you're a Seattle fan. Especially when you lose a basketball team. I hope you understand, man. I really hope you do. But I admire you for your energy to try to be more positive for the team. I wish I can be more positive, but it's hard. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Yes, you too, buddy. And plus, I wasn't going to block you anyway. I don't do that. Because there's so many content creators out there that go, oh, you just hurt my feelings. I'm going to block you. You know what I think about blocking? Blocking is a sign of weakness. We're at 2-2. And that is going to be a foul ball. I don't block because blocking is for quitters and wussies. That's just what I've experienced. I don't like blocking. I know I know we're all lovers. Thank you for the love. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and strike 3. Down goes Emerson Hancock. What a man. And now we've got 2 down. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. As we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Now there's going to be a fly ball drilled to right field. Rayleigh makes the catch. Woo! He had room for it. Woo! That was close.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
Woo! Commercial break is still on the going. Oh no. My feed is freezing. Okay, it got back to me. Okay, great. And we are back from the break. Let's hope the Mariners can make some magic happen, please. Because I cannot bear to watch more bad offense for the Mariners. Now here's Luke Raley back to the top of the lineup. Now the pitch. A big swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike one. Yep, this is me complaining about the Mariners. I'm going to play sad song on the world's smallest violin. And now here is Raley the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be diving stop. Throw to first. No! Why? Why are the Angels making such amazing plays? Oh, Dan's going to challenge it. How are the Angels making such amazing plays? They don't even have a... Nope, no challenge. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Why are they talking about Brendan Ryan out of all people? Now, don't get me wrong, he was a good defensive player, so I'll give him that. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And you would think that the way Cal Raleigh's been hitting, you would think that he is due. You would think, or so you thought. Now the pitch. And that's going to be another foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Low for a ball again. That's going to be 2-2 for Cal Raleigh. Now we're at 2-2. It's going to be a foul ball again. The Japanese rookie Murakami, 4 home runs in his first 4 games. I know it's painful. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch. That's a liner and foul. Now the pitch. Low for a ball 3. Cal Raleigh's been getting longer at bats. He's been playing a lot better, but he should be getting hits by now off of this guy who's not even that good at pitching. The Mariners, 3-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss right there. It was way up high. What are you doing? That was clearly a ball. Now here's Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. I mean, his third hit better be a home run. The pitch, now it's going to be a foul ball. Really hoping it's a home run because these singles clearly are not working because Mariners can't even do a thing. When Julio gets on base, people like a Rosarena don't add to it. They make it worse. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Kohanowitz had 7 strikeouts. Now we're at 0-2. Outside for a ball. Well, good thing I added Kohanowitz to my fantasy baseball team, as we're at 1-2. The pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, nothing doing. Throw to first, and that's going to be in time, and that's going to retire the side. It's going to be 7 strikeouts for Kohanowitz. We'll be lucky to even get to 10 innings, to be honest with you. It's really frustrating. So I declare a new fantasy baseball strategy. Just start any Mariner. So I have a fantasy baseball tip for you. Start any starter. So I have a fantasy baseball tip for all of you. Just add any starter going up against the Mariners, and you're guaranteed at least 5 strikeouts. Trust me on this one. Because I added Kohanowitz on the Angels, who's not even good, and he got me 7 strikeouts. Yeah, I knew that Gino leaving the team wasn't going to help the strikeout problem. We're still getting strikeouts anyway. It's been a very frustrating inning for the Mariners. Frustrating game for the Mariners in general. They're losing to the Angels out of all teams. And we are back from the break. Joe Adell is now up to the plate. And that's going to be a strike one. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Joe Adell is a big-time power hitter, that's for sure. And the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball again. It's going to be 1-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young. Throw to first. And that is going to be in time. They're saying the ball has not traveled well. The pitch is going to be outside for a ball, so you can't even escape the T-Mobile Park issue. You just can't. That's why I don't like those excuses. Now the pitch. It's going to be a ball. We're at 2-0 for Josh Lau. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike one. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. Now the pitch. And that's going to be another foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And Arozarena should be there. And he makes the catch. It's going to be 2 up and 2 down. Oh, Hoppy's now up to the plate. Now here's going to be a base hit by Logan O'Hoppe. And Hancock really did have something going. He had some batters retired in a row. He had a streak going, and now it's over. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that should be playable. J.P. Crawford's there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. It is 1-2-3 inning by Emerson Hancock, doing great. But the offense, where are you? That's what's missing. Now the pitch. Oh, commercial break. That's how much off I am about this game because, well, Mariners are really giving me nothing to hope for, unfortunately. And we are back from the break, showing the beautiful beaches in LA, Anaheim area. Josh Naylor is leading it off right now. Kohanowitz with 81 pitches. Going into the top of the 6th inning, and this game really has been a breeze. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right field. Not deep enough. Goes to Joe Adell. And that's going to be 1 out. Now the pitch. And that's inside, and that's going to be a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Ariel, how's it going? Yeah, I can tell you're upset. Not happy about this Mariners performance, aren't you? Now the pitch. There's going to be a ground ball, an easy play. Go to the bag, and that's going to be 2 outs. Looks like Kurt Suzuki's coming out. He's going to pull out. He's going to pull out Conowitz, I think. A little bit confused why they would do that. No, I think they're just going to have a chatter with him. Or maybe they're going to pull him out. He's had 7 strikeouts. And Conowitz is gone. He is done for the day. He had a really good game. I can tell you that. There's no doubt about that. And it's still 1-0 Angels. Still nothing going on. So it's 2 outs. I wonder who's coming in. And we are back from the break. Now here's a fly ball to it makes the catch, and that's gonna be 3 outs. What's new? Another 1-2-3 inning against the Mariners. That's how I feel. Mariners offense absolutely playing atrocious. I mean, that would be an absolute understatement. They beat Tarek Skubal 2 times. I can't hit from a 2 with a 6 ERA. That is so unfortunately true. Now the pitch is going to be low for a ball. Hancock is still pitching. He's only at 61 pitches, so he's pitching very efficiently. As now we got Zach Neto up to the plate, and of course he has to be the only one hitting the home run. And that's going to be a base hit over the head of Leo Rivas. Not good for the Mariners. Now we got a man on first base with nobody out. It's going to be rough. We got Trout at the plate. Now we're at 1-0 the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Yep, exactly. The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. 1-2 on Mike Trout. Trout has 406 career home runs. Woo! Now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Raley's making the catch, and that's going to be 2-1 down. Nolan Shonowall's up to the plate. Now the pitch. There's a ground ball. Nice comebacker to Emerson Hancock for the second throw to first in time for the double play. And that's going to retire the side. Nice double play effort by Emerson Hancock. And now that's going to retire the side. Nice double play by Emerson. Now we're on commercial break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
And we are back from the break. It's back to the Mariners offense. And for the love of you know what, can they please come up with something? And that's going to be inside for a ball. This is J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Catcher is challenging the pitch. And that's a strike. Angels are winning all these challenges just by a hair. And that's going to be 0-1. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now the pitch to JP. Low for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now here is the pitch. Up high for a ball. I wonder if they're going to challenge that one just for fun, just to troll the Mariners at this point. It's going to be a full count, 3-2. Now the pitch. It's going to be fouled again, and J.P. Crawford is fighting it. Now we're at 3-2. And the pitch. Way up high for a ball. And now we've got man on first base with a walk. Thankfully, with nobody out. Next up to the plate is going to be Cole Young. Cole Young has been playing well on both sides of the plate. But he is 0 for 2 right now. He's going up against the lefty. And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside. That's a strike. And maybe you want to challenge that one. Give it a shot. But they don't want to risk it. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And that's going to be 0-2. Now we're at 0-2. And the pitch. Oh, no, it's going to be throwback to first. And not in time. Now 0-2. Oh, and I think that hits Cole Young. Or is it foul? I thought it hit something. I think they're going to challenge it. They do want to challenge it. But if it hits any part of the bat, it's a foul ball. No, yeah, it hit it. It might have hit his hand. Plus, Cole Young's in pain. Now he might actually be hurt. Yep, overturned. Now we got a man on first and second. What can possibly go wrong? Cole Young really did sell it, didn't he? Got a pitching change going on. So the Mariners now have a man on first and second base. What can possibly go wrong? Yep, pretty much. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? What can possibly go wrong? And we are back from the break. Would you bunt Rivas? If you bunt to the right side, yes, I would. Left side could be a little bit risky. Actually, no, like you bunt either way. So yes, I would definitely go for the bunt. You have a good point. You gotta go for a bunt. I would go for a bunt. Now here's Rivas up to the plate. He is 0 for 1. Now he's gonna go for a bunt, and he brings it down, and that foul ball. They took our advice at least. Well, we're at 0 and 1. We're at 0 and 1. And now the pitch is going to try to... Nope, it's going to be a ball. Now we're at 1 and 1. And the pitch. Oh, throws it back. He got thrown back, and that's going to be 2 and 1. And now they're doing the ABS challenge. Oh, come on! This ABS thing's so annoying. You know, I was against the ABS this whole time and still am. Now we're at 1 and 2 for Leo Rivas. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called. Now we got Luke Raley up to the plate. Got Luke Raley and Cal Raleigh. Got 2 more chances at this, unless Luke Raley hits into a double play, which could be possible. And now the pitch. It's going to be way outside for a ball. Cal is on deck. It's going to be 1-0. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. As we're at 1-1. The pitch. What are you swinging at? Hitting the dirt, man. Who is telling these Mariners batters to swing at everything? Now we're at 1-2. He's probably going to strike out. Now the 1-2. I honestly think Luke should have stepped into one. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Why are you swinging at the dirt? It was literally going to the dirt. That pitch was literally going to the dirt. So, yeah, that's going to be another strikeout. 2 strikeouts. Oh, Hoppy's having a chat with him. He's just saying, relax, it's Cal Raleigh. Just keep pitching at the dirt and you're fine. Jake Conowitz has struck out 6. Yeah, I already knew that. All right, bye-bye, Cloud Hopper. Thank you for being here. Now here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. And now the pitch. It's going to be way inside for the ball. At this point, Mariners batters should just take the hit. It's their only offense at this point. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. You can't even pitch at simple pitches. I think that was a changeup anyway. Let's see if it was a changeup. Doesn't say what it was because ESPN's slow on this. It was a splitter. As now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 2-1 for Cal Raleigh. We're at 2-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I can't even watch this. This is just unwatchable baseball. Now we're at 2-2. And that's pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch. Low for a ball. I have a fantasy baseball tip for all of you. Just add any starter going up against the Mariners. Now we're at 3-2. And if there's like some kind of a questionable call, I would definitely go for the challenge. As we're at 3-2 for the dumper. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to second base. And that's going to retire the side. And now we're going to go to the 7th inning stretch. And let's sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanut cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because Emerson Hancock is pitching the lights out. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hello. Oh, no, said we gotta go. Yeah. Low way. Oh, baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. No, she's not. Catch a ship across the sea. Little ship all alone. I never think they'll make it home. Away. No. We gotta go. This is painful. Why would they go to the bullpen on 68 pitches? I don't care if the Mariners have the lead. Mariners need to kick tires on Rivas, call up Emerson. You should not be on an MLB roster. No, the thing is, Rivas just can't be a full-time player. And also bad news for you, for everyone, Emerson Hancock left the game because he fouled off of his foot. So that could be a problem. As we are back from the break, now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. It was only the leadoff home run that was given up. Now we're at 0-1. And now here's a fly ball to left field, and that was nearly a home run, too. As we're at 0-2 for Soler. We got the 0-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Emerson Hancock. As great as he's been pitching, his day's about to get wasted. He has four strikeouts. Now we're at 0-2. Now we got Moncada, who is 0 for 2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2 for Moncada. I mean, Emerson Hancock has been pitching extremely well. Now we're at 0-2, the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. It's going to be a ball and 2 strikes. We're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And nope, you're not, even if that was strike 3 call, that's going to be ABS written all over it. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. possibly, if he keeps on doing this, maybe, and make Miller a bullpen pitcher. We're at 2-2. I mean, one of them is bound to be in the bullpen. As now we have a 3-2 count on Moncada. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. It was a nasty pitch. Joe Adell is now up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And update by Ryan Divish. X-rays came back as negative. He will be day to day. Well, that is good to know. So that means Cole Emerson should be okay, but he's going to be off it. So I think his major league start, his major league debut might hit a little bit of a delay. And now we're at 1-2, the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that gets right through J.P. Crawford. And that seemed like a very routine play. He really should have gotten that. Now we got a man on first base, and I wonder if Dan Wilson's going to be coming out. I wouldn't. Let him finish the inning. It was just one fluky hit. Not a really good defensive effort. It was very... No, Dan Wilson, what are you doing? No, keep him in there. No, Dan, no. Emerson, talk him out of it. Just say... No. One fluke hit because JP can't play defense, and Dan Wilson yanks Hancock. It was literally one fluke hit. Dan Wilson's an idiot. He's not even a good manager. If his name wasn't Dan Wilson, fans would literally hate him. It was a terrible decision. I wouldn't have done it. Yes, it was an excellent game from Hancock. Let's go over his numbers. 5 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. And yet he's going to be punished for a loss because Mariners offense is just a bunch of nothing. Just painful. Colt Emerson got an update, luckily he doesn't have to go to the IL, but given that he will be taking a little time off, his debut in the major leagues may be delayed. Bizzardo is now on. And here's Lau up to the plate. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Bizzardo, and that's going to be strike one. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. We're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. And it's not like they made a decision based on matchups either. Now the pitch. And that's going to be fouled again. Yeah, sure, but he got lucky. Got lucky. Who's batting right now? It's Josh Lau. Yep, they switched pitchers all right. Now the pitch. And that's going to be 2-2. Oh, well, Brian. We're at 2-2. The pitch. Fouled again. Yeah, this is why Mariners should have not gotten rid of Jorge Polanco and Eugenio Suarez. That was a great idea. Now the pitch. Now there's going to be a ground ball. And that's going to get right through for a base hit. And that should get the runner to third base. And the throw to third is going to be cut off. Nearly a wild throw. Oh, yeah. Who thought... Oh, look. Pulling Hancock was a bad idea. Men on first and third. Now we're at 1-2. No, I mean, Logan Ohape. Yeah, I knew this was a bad idea because Dan Wilson's a dumbass. No, the idea should have been to keep Emerson Hancock. The only reason why we're in this is because J.P. Crawford's dumbass can't even field. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And I'm surprised they didn't challenge that one. That did look challengeable. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball popped up to Randy Arozarena. Yeah, a jam created by J.P. Crawford and himself. Emerson Hancock would have shut them down. See, this is where it's really frustrating. So J.P. Crawford couldn't basically field a routine grounder. So that led to Dan Wilson yanking Emerson Hancock, even with 2 outs. I would have just let him finish it. Or Emerson Hancock, why don't you stand up for yourself and say that you got this? Oh, no, Dan Wilson yanks him. And then you bring in Eduardo Bizzardo, who put himself in a jam by giving up a single. Men on first and third. Luckily, he got out of it, but I think we could have saved a few pitches if we just let Emerson Hancock at least just pitch and finish the inning. Emerson Hancock was literally at just 82 pitches, 82, not even 90, and Dan Wilson still yanked him because J.P. Crawford doesn't know how to play shortstop on defense. And we are back from the break. Now we got a new reliever on the mound. We got Julio, Naylor, and a Rosarena. That sounds like a 1-2-3 right there. And now the pitch. Oh, it's just a warm-up. That was not a routine JP had to dive for it, but it wasn't a good dive either. The effort was not good. Julio was 2 for 3. The Mariners lose 1-0. This will be very embarrassing. It should go viral in a really bad way. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. I mean, sure, I shouldn't have said routine. I overreacted. But it wasn't fair to pull Dan Wilson. That wasn't even Hancock's fault. And that's going to be low for a ball, 2-0. It's those knee-jerk reactions that they keep making. This is why Mariners don't win, because of bad tactics. As we're at 2-0 for Julio Rodriguez. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That was on a 99 by Bachman. Bachman is the hardest thrower in the Angels bullpen, they say. As we are now at 2-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And that should be playable, unfortunately. And makes the catch. And that's going to be 1 away. I think it's pretty safe to say that the Mariners are not going to win this game. They're not even going to score. They probably won't even put someone... Yeah, 0 for 7 on runners in scoring position. Now here's Josh Naylor up to the plate, the pitch, and a very mindless swing and a miss. And I think the Mariners are, you're only down 1, and it's Mariners are playing as their body language says it all. Like they're acting like as if they're losing 10-0. We're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Now here's gonna be a fly ball. Belton. Oh, why did how did he make the catch again? He made the catch again. That's 2 home runs that Josh Naylor has. That's 2 home runs Joe Adell has robbed. Joe Adell's not even a good defensive player either. I swear, I've never seen Joe. Now here's going to be a line drive. That's going to be a base hit, and I don't really care. I swear, I've never seen Joe Adell play defense like that before. I swear. When does Joe Adell play defense? No, luck is no, that's not a good excuse. Mariners are making their own luck by playing bad and just mindless swings. I don't want to hear Mariners were just unlucky. They sabotaged their own luck by their bad offensive play. Maybe if they don't swing mindlessly, Joe Adell's catches wouldn't be such a big deal. Oh, what's that? I hear excuses. I don't blame you, RPG. You should let it all out and express how much you hate this team. Literally, this is all of my favorite teams except the Seahawks. They're literally the only competent organization, competent favorite team of mine. I have to deal with South Korea, who's terrible at soccer and plagued by corruption and incompetence. I have to deal with the fact that we still don't have a basketball team, and now it's on the hands of our governor, Bob Ferguson, who literally just passed the income tax. I have to deal with the fact that the Mariners are plagued by terrible ownership and offense that literally swings at everything. What else do I have to deal with on favorite teams? What do I have to deal with? That's about it. I know I kind of went out on a limb. Now here's Rob Refsnyder is pinch hit. Oh, great. Now the pitch. That's going to be up high for a ball. No, this is just bad. Bad. Tell you what, if the Mariners score off of Rob Refsnyder, I will donate $10 to either Mariners Mojo or Raise the Trident. You choose the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. If Rob gets in a run, I will donate to either Mariners Mojo or Jake. I'm going to make Jay Trident Podcast choose. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball. And yep, Randy hustle! Why aren't you running? Run. He's not running. I swear. How? I've never seen Joe Adell play like this on defense. He's not even a good defensive player, and he's robbed 2 home runs to Josh Naylor and Cal Raleigh. And then Rob Refsnyder hits at the third base, and Rosarito doesn't even run or even make it an effort. We're getting shut out by the Angels. Change your smoke alarm batteries. Yeah, this is supposed to be a World Series contender. I know.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying, like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever.
I'll play it later. And that's going to be up high for a ball. We're at the bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners are down 1-0. Mariners just burned through their best hitters. And now we're pinned to just J.P. Crawford, Cole Young, and Leo Rivas. Shouldn't we just forfeit and just expedite the inevitable? As we're at 1-1, now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. 1-2. Even then, without Cole, he has absolutely no protection. As we're at 1-2, and now the pitch, and outside for a ball. And now that is 2-2. I'm sounding much more condescending now. And now the pitch, and that's going to be up high for a ball. Now the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Cal Raleigh should be there. And he makes the catch. Now we got Zach Neto up to the plate. I mean, just imagine if the Mariners had Polanco and Suarez and possibly Donovan. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. There's no reason Colt shouldn't be on the majors. There's no way he's worse. Sometimes you'd be surprised because I think I said the same thing about Braden Bishop and they put in Jared Kelenic and then Jared Kelenic was even worse. Now the pitch. Going to be a foul ball. What a game this is. As now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. We're at 2-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Outside for a ball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Why? Oh, right. He is 0 for 5 in this series. Trout hasn't done anything yet. The pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike, and they're really finding their zones very well. I know. Like when the Mariners had the day off on Thursday, I actually was okay with that. Sometimes those days off are good. Now the 0-1. And that is a strike, and I wonder if they're going to challenge that. They're not going to challenge it. No, I don't want to. No. But go ahead. Now we're at 0-2 to Trout. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Mike Trout goes down on strikes, but the last try for the Mariners. You're going to have J.P. Crawford, Cole Young, and Leo Rivas. That sounds about right. Oh, yippee. We're going into the top of the 9th inning. Mariners are only down by J.P. Crawford, Cole Young, and Leo Rivas. All right. Congratulations, Angels, on your victory. I've already declared it. I don't feel anything. Here, oh, yeah, I was going to show you the World Series, baby.
My point was, it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro.
Yeah,
when Ichiro's like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying. Like Hanniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever. And all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go! He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby, he's going to come and save the Mariners.
Well, maybe we can bring in Mitch Haniger to pinch hit for Leo Rivas. It can't be any worse. Jordan Romano is going to be closing it when it's 1-0. 1-0. And he has by the way, he has an 8-something ERA. What could possibly go wrong? And now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. We just have to get through these guys. Now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. And if it is ball 3, red freaking light, and it's flashing until your eyes bleed. We're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 3. He's going to challenge the call. Now, they're just being greedy. Oh, come on! This ABS is really killing. Now we're at 2-1, the pitch. And now here's a fly ball. Bounce in the deep right field. Is that fair? Oh no! Adele did not catch that! Adele did not catch that! He did not catch that! He just got it! Joe Adele just caught it! He just robbed the home run! That's 3 robbed home runs! Oh my gosh! Joe Adele just robbed another home run. Looks like Seattle is challenging the call. Yeah, he caught it all right. Unless he like dropped it and was playing cat and mouse about it, but there's no evidence. I think this is worse than hell. I mean, we got the benefit out of Jay Buhner in 97, so I mean, I can't complain. It's just Mariners sabotage their own luck. Joe Adele does not play defense. It was Cal Raleigh, Josh Naylor, and J.P. Crawford. And now we're at Cole Young to pitch. And that is low for a ball. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. I'm just absolutely depressed watching this game. Now the 2-0. And that's going to be 3-0 count. I'm going to say red light and then make Leo Rivas bunt. Now the pitch, and yeah, it's a strike. Doesn't matter. Now the pitch. And why were you swinging at that, Cole Young? Like, why are you swinging? Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And, yep, that's going to be caught. I don't even have to look. And Leo Rivas is up to the plate. And I would pinch hit whoever's on the bench. Yeah, we all want the Mariners to win, but it's not going to happen. Joe Adele just crushed everything. Now here is Leo Rivas. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. I mean, technically, if you can get him to walk, and you still have Raley up on deck. Now the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now we got 2-0. And the pitch. And that is a strike. I mean, that's how much confidence Leo Rivas really does not have. As we are 2 strikes away from the Mariners dropping in an absolute embarrassment. Now the 2-1. And that's going to be a foul ball, and it's game time. Mariners have had opportunities to win this game, but everything was taken away by Joe Adell 3 times on Cal Raleigh, Josh Naylor, and J.P. Crawford. And now we're at 2-2. And now it all comes down to this. And the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. I'm not even mad. I'm just amused at this point. So let me get this straight. The Mariners won up against one of the worst pitching teams in baseball. They're playing against a guy named Joe Adell, who's also one of the worst outfielders in baseball. And what happens? Mariners get absolutely shut out by a guy who they once feasted on before with literally a 6 ERA from last season. And then Joe Adell, who not even a good defensive player. Hold on. What is Joe Adell's amount on runs saved as a defensive right fielder?
Joe Adell saved 8 defensive runs as a right fielder based on his 2020.
Yeah, so he saved only like 8 defensive runs, which is not that great. And then, and the closer had an 8 ERA, and we can't even come up with a dang thing. And then not only that, and here's the thing, I know everyone's just going to say, oh, well, it was just an unlucky day. Sometimes it's just not worth. No, on a 1-0 game, you don't deserve that kind of excuse. Now, if the Mariners had lost just 10-0, I'd be like, yeah, then that's not your game. But Mariners sabotaged their own luck. Like, it wasn't even Joe Adell. As much as it was him, it was also Randy Arozarena's lack of hustle. You got Julio's lack of hustle. Like, it was literally all lack of hustle. Like, Arozarena didn't even make a good effort. Leo Rivas can't bunt. Mariners are swinging at dirt. They're fouling off meatballs. Like, who is teaching the Mariners how to swing like this? That's the bigger problem. You got to give credit to Joe Adell. Acrobatic defensive plays. Fine. I accept it. But why is it that Mariners are whipping? Like you saw on Leo Rivas, he literally just whiffed it like he didn't care. He just whiffed it at the dirt when it was clearly a ball. And are they even, like, most of these swings are like lazy swings. Like, I'm going to say it. Mariners sabotaged themselves before the season even started. Like, I'm going to say it. It would have been nice to re-up Jorge Polanco and Eugenio Suarez. Now, I know it's pointless at this point because it's already been done that the Mariners did not want to bring them back. But in times like this, when you're down 1-0, you need players like that. You need a clutch player like Jorge Polanco and Eugenio Suarez. Now, I know Suarez strikes out a lot, but the Mariners certainly did not fix their strikeout problem just by getting rid of Eugenio Suarez. They certainly did not address that problem very well. And it doesn't really matter because now Donovan is hurt. So Mariners are their best guy who doesn't really strike out that much. Now, Mariners are now surrounded by guys that strike out everything. When it hits the dirt, not even good pitches to swing. Like, not even good pitches. Like, they were clearly a ball. And then the worst one was Leo Rivas. It was like a lazy swing. And these are not just swings and misses. They're like lackadaisical swinging. Like, you can't be losing games like this to the Angels Like, if it was the Yankees, fine, whatever. It is what it is. But the Angels, who are not a good team, sure, they're annoying against the Mariners, but that's no excuse. They should be handling the Angels. They should be handling them with no problem, you would think. And then you're losing to, you get shut down by a 6 ERA guy. And credit to myself that I added the Angels starter today for my fantasy baseball team. And that turned out to be a great idea. That got me 7 strikeouts. Probably another good edge for me to win this week. But besides the point, biggest problem is the Mariners' terrible plate discipline. Like, what is Edgar Martinez and Kevin Seitzer doing? And what is Dan Wilson doing? They're not telling their players to stop swinging at dirt. Like, be more patient at the plate. Let it come to him. Like, at least Cal Raleigh let it come to him. They did. He did. Like, he hit a lot better. It's just that it just kept landing in a glove of Joe Adell. So now Mariners are going into the next game up against the Angels again. It's going to be Luis Castillo against, let me look at and see who's pitching tomorrow. It's going to be Johnson. Ryan Johnson, who has a 16.20 ERA. If the Mariners can't score off of that, that would be a massive embarrassment. Now let me see at least what the box score was for the Mariners. Because they only got like 5 hits and left 7 men left on base. Luke Raley, 0 for 4. Cal Raleigh, 0 for 4. Julio Rodriguez, 2 for 4, only singles, and both of those were wasted by Randy Arozarena. Josh Naylor, 1 for 3. Randy Arozarena, 1 for 4. Dom Canzone, 0 for 3. Rob Refsnyder, 0 for 1. J.P. Crawford, 1 for 3, so he at least got a hit. Cole Young, 0 for 3. He was obviously awful. And Leo Rivas, I tried defending him. I really did. I really wanted to defend him. I want him to be here at least for a part-time basis. But it looks like that may not happen because he's also off to a terrible start batting 143. And it's painful to say that because he was one of the key contributors for the Mariners playoff run in that division series when he kept the Mariners alive in Game 5. But it may not matter because he cannot take on a full-time responsibility. Not that I expect him to. But now I'm concerned if he's going to be able to handle that responsibility. And it gets worse, too. Like, when is Cole Emerson going to be up? Because if Donovan's going to be out for some time, at least on a day-to-day, just like Cole Emerson is, what do you do? It's like there's not like there's anyone else to call up. Like, what, you're going to call up Ryan Bliss? No. Ryan Bliss has proven he's a quad-A player at best. I don't know. But I think I'm out of words. Just went on this huge rant. And it wasn't even about Joe Adell. It was that the Mariners sabotaged their own luck with just bad plate appearances, bad plate discipline, bad swings, lazy swings. But I got to get out of here. I got to go. But everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching me rant and laugh at the Mariners. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Mariners series finale against the Angels. Hopefully they'll come away with a victory. Once again, thank you for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification, and see you next time.